Hey guys, welcome to the Mischief. I'm the Crafty Rat. Right, so this video is part of the Would You Resin collaboration, which is hosted by Andy from CCUK Resin and Michelle and Don from Michelle's Glitz and Glitter. Right, super looking forward to this because I love both of them. They're both amazing. Now, Would You Resin? It's in the title of the collaboration, Wood Resin. So this is take 2 of this video. I kind of had a little bit of a boo-boo on the first one. However, we will gloss over that and move straight on to take 2, which is hopefully, fingers crossed, nice and simple. Right, Andy has a lot to answer for. He got me, well, how to say this? He does wood carving, and he's really good at it. And I figured I'd have a go. I'm one of these people who loves crafting. I will try any craft at least once. And so far, there's only one type of craft that I cannot get my head around, and that is card making. Yeah, no. Just no, can't do it. However, wood carving. Yeah, so I wanted to go. Now, I quite like the idea of the hand whittling. So, Chris very nicely got me some tools. Thank you, Chris. And what did I make?
A mess.
I've made this little wolf, which I absolutely love. That was one of my first projects, and this is one of my current works in progress. Can we tell what it is? Right, so yeah, I'm having a little bit of a mess with wood and absolutely loving it. And he's got paint on his bum. Yeah, that comes from the disaster that I had yesterday. A hilarious disaster. Anyway, I've even now got some tools that'll go on like a Dremel to try and get more finer detail. So yeah, I'm really enjoying working with wood. So for me, when this collaboration was mentioned on one of Andy's interviews with Michelle, his weekly Tuesday video, I'm super looking forward to it. Now, I have these. I have actually done pyrography. I love doing pyrography as well. And I think that's probably originally why we got these. Or something to do with that, maybe. Yeah, these ones was to do pyrography. So, backup plan was like, yeah. What am I doing? As you can see, oh no, you might not be able to see. I'm using some different things, different but the same, because that's what I love doing. Using the different but the same. Right. I've got a variety of different things to go on these. I have this bog standard sticker. This came from a set from The Range, which is a shop in the UK. I've got some temporary tattoos, which I have had for, gee whiz, a long time. Probably 5 years plus now. Loads of temporary tattoos.
Well, you started buying them from Temu when COVID hit.
Yeah, so... A while. So, trying stickers, trying temporary tattoos, and I'm trying UV DTFs. So I shall show you which ones I'm doing. Now these stick slices come in a variety of sizes, which I only just found out whilst trying to figure out which stickers and UV DTFs I was using. So these are what I'm doing. The main point for this, for myself, as a learning experience, is just to see the difference. So tattoos, sticker and UV DTF. Different things but the same. Now, that's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. is sticking them on, but I'm using wood, obviously. Wood is quite porous, and yeah, I learnt lessons with wood being porous. I think I will show you one of my attempts. Yeah, poor Chris, I'm making him do a load of work today. No, not that one. That's one of the bugged ones. Yeah, I had a go at paint pouring. I had so much fun doing it. What didn't I do? I didn't seal the wood before I started doing this. And paint pouring is acrylic and water. It bowed. I mean, it looks gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So what did I learn? Wood and fluid, bad idea. Now, UV resin does cure pretty quick. So, I'm not going to be putting the stickers directly on. I am layering the surface with UV. Now, these three, I am leaving completely clear. These three are probably going to be the most straightforward. These three are a different matter. Now, do these first, and then I'll come back and explain what I'm doing with these. So I'm just going to organise my surface, and so I'll pause the camera and I will be right back. Right, so for these ones, I am just going to leave you on Chris's zoomies, just because, as I say, all I'm doing, clear UV resin, and that's it. So I'll leave you to Chris's music. Right, so I don't know why I put that on, because I am going to be putting this under the G3 for a good 3 minutes, I think. So what you'll have seen me doing is, between each layer, I did cure it for a short period of time, just so the resin wouldn't go all over the place and sink in too much. So I am now going to put this on for 3 minutes, and I will be back once it's done. Right, so hopefully this is cured now. Yeah, right. So as I say, for these three, there's 3 different types of thing going on. And I'm going to need some warm water.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Pausing the camera again. I really feel sorry for Chris on this editing that he's got to do for tomorrow. Because there's lots of little clips. So, yeah, lots of like 1 minute, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. Yeah, he's gonna hate me. Okay, be right back once I've got some warm water. Right, so I'm really liking the look of this wood with the resin on. So, can't remember. There's a top layer that, yeah, there's a top layer that comes off. This goes into the water. This is how long it's been since I've done tattoos. Now, these are the bog standard tattoos. I don't know about other people, but when I was little, you used to get them in the them white sticks. We used to call them something else. They used to be cool at the time. Anyway, little packets of white sticks. We used to get these little tattoos and you just put them on your skin. It's exactly the same. So this probably isn't enough. Oh no, it might be. Right, so do I slide it on or do I turn it over?
Just slide it.
Oh, because this does slide on. Yeah. Oh, this might not be a tattoo. I swear, I've not done this in absolutely... I've probably completely done it wrong. Yeah, I think I might need to turn it over and do it that way. It's a tattoo after all. Yeah, so, you know, completely ignore everything that I've said.
I take it the bit that's facing up sticky.
No. I might need to use the other one. Okay. Be right back. Okay, I'm going to pretend to know what I'm talking about. So, fortunately, I got 2 in this. So, I think you are supposed to put it in. I think I was right in putting the tattoo in the water. But if I remember, I mean, we're talking years and years and years ago, and my memory is shocking. I believe doing it this way, the image will stay on. So I am going to attempt this and leave you to Chris's zoomies whilst this one goes on, and probably the next one, because the next one is quite literally just a sticker. So it's peeling the back off and sticking it down, and I'll be back for that one. Right, so as you saw, I had a couple of issues. In the end, I resorted to tape. Now, you are likely going to be able to see some of the outline of this, but, you know, it's still pretty, and, you know, I think it goes with the wood. So, that's them 2. I'm going to do this one, and then I shall put my gloves back on. I am really liking this wood. So, tattoo. Yeah, what have I learnt?
Use something else instead.
Use something else instead, yeah. Stick it down, put water on the back, slide the back off. Yay! Sticker, using sellotape, or packing tape in this case, works wonders. Now, hopefully this will work alright. Now, with UV DTF stickers, it does have... Oh, I might need more tape. It does have 2 layers. You got the back. Oh no, have I got it? Yeah, I need tape. You can cut this one in half. So you've got the backing, and then you got the front bit, which has this. Oops, it's a good job this is the front, so I'm not worried about that because that'll peel off. So let's get this. Now, once you put UV DTF stickers down, that's it. It's down. So I'm hoping to do this without too many bubbles. So, yeah. Applying some pressure, stick it down. I've got the squeegee somewhere, but... Right, so now, when I take this off, the image is left behind. And hopefully take all of it off. And I think there's still a bit on there. Right, so whereas this is a standard sticker on clear, I'm going to have to stand up. Yeah, I think you can, actually the sticker I've used is pretty good, yeah. So you can see a little bit of the outline of that. With the UV DTF stickers, you don't have that. It is literally just the image. Right, so all I'm doing now with these three is what I did before. I am just putting a clear coat of UV, although, no, I'll leave that until I do the next bit, because I'll need to do them as well. Right, so putting them to the side, getting the gloves back on. Now, lots of chatting in this one, just because, why not? You'll probably notice 98% of the time, not always, when I'm doing UV, I will wear black gloves. And that's because of the UV light. I'm just trying to protect my hands. So I do have two lots. I've got some blue gloves for my standard resin, black gloves for UV primarily. Sometimes I'm lazy.
You got cheap ones for icky stuff.
Yeah, and I've got cheap ones for icky stuff. Right, so I was just about to put a clear layer. No, I'm not doing clear. Right, so this one, because it's purples, I'm using these. I absolutely love these. I'm hoping I've got enough. Diamond Dust Glitter UV resin. I've got grass green and I have green. So rather than, as with these, I just put the clear layer on. Not doing that. I'm using the glitter and that's what I'm doing. So I think for this next part, again, I will leave it to Chris's music because I'm just putting colours on. As I say, using green and grass green for the butterflies. For the dragon, I am using red and yellowy gold colour. And for this one, yeah, you'll see, because I don't know if it's going to work or not. So there you go. Right, so I shall now leave you to Chris's Zoomy Zoomies again. Right, so yeah, they're done. That didn't turn out the way that I was originally wanting it to, but I really liked that. So let's get these put on. So again, just as excuse me, just as with these, this is a UVDT. These two are UVDTF, and this one's the tattoo. So nothing different. So again, just to make Chris's life complicated, leave this bit to zoomy zoomy.
Down at the Crafty Rat, back room, sawdust on the floor. She's playing with some wood, got a project by the door. She adds a little resin, steps back, says yeah, that's good. Laughing as she signs her name on a brand new piece of wood. At the Crafty Rat, we're cutting up and grinning. Oh yeah, turning little scraps to stories worth keeping. Saw chips flying, hearts all in it. Lose a board, we'll just try again. Friends and glitter all stuck to our hands. The Crafty Rat, where the good times never end. Andy comes along, doing something kinda weird. Leaning on that grinder, big old smile from ear to ear. One slip and then it's uh-oh, that whole board just disappears. We're howling round the workbench, wiping happy, tearing cheers. At the Crafty Rat, we're cutting up and grinning. Oh yeah, turning little scraps to stories worth keeping. Saw chips flying, hearts all in it. Lose a board, we'll just try again. Friends and glitter all stuck to our hands. The Crafty Rat, where the good times never end. Michelle and Don roll in like a carnival parade, adding glitz and adding glitter in their own wild way. Every frame's a firework, every sign's a little show. In this tiny shiny workshop, watch those simple treasures glow. At the Crafty Rat, we're cutting up and grinning, turning little scraps to stories worth keeping. Saw chips flying, hearts all in it. Lose a board, we'll just try again. Friends and glitter all stuck to our hands. The Crafty Rat, where the good times never end. Where the good times never end.
Right, so I am now going to put the G3 on for a few minutes. Just about finished this bottle, so you know, hey hey. Right, so I'll put this on and I will be right back once this is done. Right, so these, oops, are done. Now, I did these three just on the plain wood. So, there's that one. I'm going to have to stand up so I can see what you guys are seeing. It's probably a mistake because my blood sugars are dropping. So, there's that one, which was the tattoo. There's this, which was the sticker. I love this one. which was the UV DTF. And then these had the backgrounds. It's seeped through, but I'm not too bothered about that. The UV DTF. I think Chris said this was his favourite. The dragon, which was also a UV DTF with the fire. And finally, this one. Now, I actually really loved the way that came out. I did use a green, and it is very transparent, but you know, I still really like it. So, let me know. I think I need to, yeah, just need to cure up the packs, but I'll do that off camera. Let me know which is your guys' favourite. Right, apologies for that. So, this is my contribution to Andy and Michelle's Would You Resin collaboration. I hope you've enjoyed it. As I say, please like and comment below and let me know which one's your favourite. Now, in the description, Chris will have linked the collaboration playlist. Go check out everybody's videos because there's going to be varied and it's going to be fun. I don't think there's any artist who's linked so far who I don't love. So go check them all out. It'll be nice to see what everyone does for this one. And also in the description, I do have discount codes. Go use them if you can. And finally, I do have my Amazon wishlist and buy me a coffee. So to my subscribers, thank you so much. For those who are not subscribed, please click the button below. It helps the channel, and as Andy says, we all grow together. That would be awesome. And I will catch you for my next video, which will be on Tuesday.
In a little shed by the railroad track, she's turning nothing into something that lasts. Resin pours like a flowing dream under the glow of a dim kerosene. Glitter jars and colors so stark shimmer like stars in the deep dark park. Her hands stained with the art she weaves, a touch of magic in the things she leaves. She's the crafty rat.